Hi, everybody. So, unfortunately, the simulator website that I usually use, where you can actually pretend like you're actually using an ATM machine, it's not working. That site is no longer accessible. And there are different like apps and things that you can download so that you can play like banking and ATM games, but I can't assume that everybody has access to download those, unfortunately. So we're just going to do an old school little like video here, and I'm going to pause it because the best video that I found that was short, sweet, to the point, it's in the UK, and I wanted to add a few things too for you to know if you ever do use an ATM machine and as we're in this checking unit. Okay. All right, so let me play the video and I'll pause it and talk about things as we're moving along here. So, places where you're going to get a free withdrawal. So, say that you need cash. Maybe you're going to the movie theater and they don't accept your card, right? You have a debit card, which is a bank card. So, debit means it's linked to your bank. And you have money in your account, but you can't use a debit card or you need cash to pay somebody or you need cash for some reason. So, you go to an ATM machine. And when you go to the ATM machine, you have your debit card and you're going to obviously put it in. But what this free cash withdrawals means is that some ATM machines will actually charge you to pull money out of your account. It's usually only a few dollars. However, if you go to your own bank, okay, so for example, I have Community Bank. If I go to Community Bank and go to that ATM machine, they're not going to charge me to pull money out of my account. However, if I pull money out at Price Chopper, say they say, "Do you want any cash back when I use my card?" And I say yes, it might charge like $3.75 or something like that. So it's not like a huge amount, but it's just a little bit, right? Something that you could, that amount of money you could maybe buy yourself a coffee with. Um, so that's kind of where she stopped and said that here. So if I use a different bank, if I go to NBT and I want to pull money out of my community bank, they're going to charge me a few dollars. Okay. So when you set up a bank account and you get a debit card, which links to your checking and or savings account, you're going to get a 4-digit PIN. And then you get to set that 4-digit PIN. It's easiest to go into a bank when you're signing up for all this, and then they can help you set your PIN to whatever four numbers you want it to be. They say don't use 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a little obvious, right? So find a four-number pattern that's unique to you, that somebody can't like assume or think that's what it might be if they ever did steal your card or if something happened. So like don't use your birthday or the year you're born. Sometimes those are easy targets on your back. Like if somebody were to take it and they would know that might be what your code is. So the code, if you don't have this, if somebody doesn't have this access to this 4-digit code, they can't pull out money from your card or use it as a debit at stores. Okay, so you're going to get a 4-digit PIN. So after you put your card in, you put your 4-digit PIN in, and that lets the bank know it's you or this machine know it's you. This might look different. I don't remember seeing change PIN number on my side, but it says with do I want to withdraw my bank or my ATM machine? Most of the ones around here will say withdrawal, or maybe you want to deposit or you want to see your balance. That's usually something. I don't see any of that. So the options here might be different. So if I want to withdraw money, I would hit the button next to withdraw, and then I would choose whether I want to withdraw money from my checking account or my savings account. So it gives you those options. Cash with balance means that you'll pull cash out and it will show you the balance in your account, which you can do anyways too. Which most people have the mobile apps now, like or you have at least the or go into the website and you have an account username and password where you should be constantly checking how much money is in your account anyways, especially with how frequent we pay bills or make charges on our debit cards, we should be keeping track of how much money we have. So I have like the community bank and NBT app, so I can easily put my username and password in, and I have all the access to how much money I have and how much is coming out of it and where those places were that I've been spending. So if you do want to see the balance, going to an ATM machine is fine, but usually people just go to their mobile apps. So this is important to notice. So obviously this is UK, so their dollar symbols are different. At ATM machines here, you can only pull money out in increments of 20s. Okay. And for me personally, and I don't know if it's like it for most accounts, but the maximum that I can pull out of my account in one day is $500. I think I have it set like that as a security purpose, and some banks might cap it at that anyways. If I ever did need more than $500, I would go into the bank or go through the drive through. So an ATM has different restrictions. And my restrictions for my account is at an ATM machine, I cannot withdraw more than $500. So the question here is, can you withdraw $10? Nope. Only 20, 40, 60, 80 increments of 20 is what ATMs have. So when you withdraw money, it's in 20s. 20s is the only bill that's inside of an ATM machine. So the minimum for us would be $20. So you can pull out 20, 40, up to 500 for myself. That's the same process for our machines as well. As soon as you select what's going on, okay, um, it will either let you continue with or without a receipt, but the card comes out first. And that's important because then people won't leave the card accidentally in the machine. So take your card back, put it back in your wallet, and then obviously the cash is going to come out and then the receipt's going to come out. And I know my receipt will tell me my new balance on my account. So if I started with $1,000, I make a $500 withdrawal, that receipt will show my new account balance at $500. And you can deposit money into ATM machines. You can do other things. This is just what most people use it for is just withdrawing cash that you might need to either pay for a service, pay for somebody, or to have, as you're kind of budgeting your week. Maybe you're doing the envelope system, which we're going to talk about, where, you're if you want to kind of be strict and only stick to a certain amount that you have set aside for that specific thing that week. Like maybe you pull $100 and you're like, this is it. This is all I can spend on myself for fun things that I enjoy or that I want. It's easier to track it because it's in cash. Because we get a little bit charge crazy with cards, or use them a little bit because we don't really see the money leaving. Okay. So it has a different effect on us. So hopefully that was helpful. You have a Google form to go with this, and I apologize that simulator wasn't there because obviously that would be more fun than listening to me in this video. Okay.